Hi, it's Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today's book is Simba and the Big Flood for 1996. So let's get started. Once there was a young lion cub named Simba. His best friend was Timu, a little muskrat, and a big warthog called Pumbaa. The thing they enjoyed doing most was nothing. One day, after a big lunch of wiggly worms and crunchy grubs, Simba's friend rested beside the river. Simba studied the clouds. The cub scratched his head. I think the cloud shape means something, he said. I wish I could figure out what. Timo yawned. Why bother when there's so much sleeping to do? Maybe clouds can tell you about the weather, said Pumbaa. You know whether it's going to rain or not. Do you think they can? Wondered Simba. What? Timu looked up. That's the silliest thing I had ever heard. The muskrat laughed and laughed. You don't have to look at the clouds to know the weather. When you see the sun is a sunny day. Or just stick out your paw. If it gets wet, it's raining, Timon told them. Puma laughed too. You're probably right. Then the warthog decided to go for a swim. Are you sure, Timo? Simba asked. Of course I am. Timo stuck out his paw. You see, it isn't raining. He pointed out, but just then Puma jumped in the river splash. Timu was soaked. Puma called from the river, Hey, Timo, your paw is wet now. Is it raining? The warthog laughed so hard his big belly made the water ripple. Simba laughed too, but Timu didn't. I'm right, he insisted. When your paw gets wet, then it's raining. Right, Puma agreed, so it must be raining now. And Puma and Simba laughed again. The friend went their the friend went to their sleeping spots. Nothing like a refreshing shower, right? Timu, Puma asked. Then the muskrat didn't answer. He was still trying to dry off. Simba scratched out Simba scratched it out on the sand. Then the sun warmed his fur. He yawned and said, I can learn to understand clouds later. Then Simba fell asleep. Before long, a young giraffe woke them up. It's time to play, she called. Let's play slide and bounce, said Pumbaa. Timu and Simba took turns sliding down the giraffe's long neck and bounced it off Pumbaa into the river. The baby giraffe said, My mother's having a baby. Soon I'll have a little brother or sister. That's great, Timu cried. Then we'll have two slide. The friend had a lot of fun. They didn't notice the black storm cloud filled in the sky. Suddenly it was dark as night. Thunder boomed, lightning flashed. Yike, called Boomba. Run for cover, shouted Timu, as rain started pouring down from the sky. The friends huddled together. Simba noticed the river was rising higher and higher. It was going to flood. We must get to higher ground, Simba told the others. The fourth friend ran for the hills. They saw many other animals heading the same way. The baby giraffe looked for her mother, but she didn't see her. The young giraffe stopped running and cried, What if my mother needs help? Where could she be? Simba asked. The last time I saw her, she was by the river, the young giraffe replied. Then let's go, said Simba. The storm was getting worse as the friends headed back to the river. Then the winds almost bent the trees to the ground. Help, I'm a muskite, wailed Timothy as he hung on to Puma's tail. Suddenly, a hippopotamus came running up to the young giraffe. Your mother is trapped on an island. Farther up the river, the hippo cried. The water is too high. No one can reach her. The fourth friend rushed off and soon found the young giraffe's mother. The river raged all around the tiny island, making it impossible for her to escape. What can we do? The young giraffe sobbed. We'll never be able to swim out there. We'll need fins, shrieked Timu. Our wings, said Puma. But Simba had an idea. We can make a raft. The friend quickly got to work. The young giraffe found some vines. Timu and Puma gathered fallen tree trunks. Simba kept an eye on the river. It was rising fast. They had to hurry. Tying the trunks together was hard, but by working together, the friends quickly finished the raft. They pushed the raft into the water. Simba and the young giraffe climbed aboard. Hang on, Simba shouted as the raft bounced and dipped into the wild water. The young giraffe called, Oh no, we're going to float past the island. There's only one thing to do, Simba said. He took one end of the vines between his teeth. The other end was tied to the raft. Then the small cub jumped into the water. Simba swam to the island. His front paws grabbed the sand, but the river pulled at him. He started to slip. The mother giraffe quickly stretched down her long neck and pulled Simba to safety. Together they pulled the raft to the island. The young giraffe and the mother giraffe was happy to see each other. Soon both giraffes were on the raft. Then Simba jumped on too. The little raft bounced on the water. All that bouncing is making me seasick, Timu said nervously. Finally, the raft landed safely. But their trouble wasn't over. My baby is coming soon, the mother giraffe said. There's a cave nearby, Timu offered. You can go there. The cloud was starting to clear. I think it will stop raining soon, Simba said. He was learning to understand clouds. The young giraffe mother went into the cave. The friend waited anxiously outside. Other animals came to the cave. They wanted to welcome the new baby giraffe. Oops. Simba felt terrible. It's all my fault, he said. If I hadn't learned to understand clouds sooner, I would have known the storm was coming. Then your mother would have never been trapped on the island. But it was your idea that saved my mother, the young giraffe said, and you was so brave, Simba. You be a great Lion King one day, and you're already a great friend, Puma told him. Timu nodded. Just then, the air was filled with amazement. Sounds as all the animals around the cave cheered for joy. The friend found the mother giraffe with her baby. Young giraffe meet your brother, the mother giraffe said. The young giraffe smiled. Can he come out and play? The mother giraffe laughed. Not yet. He has to learn how to walk first. Then the mother giraffe turned to Simba. You are a brave lion, Simba. Thank you for saving us. The animal left so that the mother and the baby could rest. This called for a celebration, Timu announced it. Grubs for everyone, but Simba wasn't listening. He was busy studying the sky. I have to watch the cloud to make sure it isn't going to rain again, he said. There isn't a cloud in the sky, Timu pointed out. Simba looked up. His friend was right. Besides, continued Timu, it's not going to rain. My paw isn't wet, see? Then, just then, Puma jumped into the river. Splash. It looked like rain to me, joked Simba. Everyone except Timu started to laugh. What? Why? Timu sputtered. Then he looked around at his laughing friends. I guess when it rained it poured, said Timu with a slug. Then they all laughed together. So that was Simba and the Big Flood from 1996. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.